Hello everyone, welcome to channel Easy Life Science. In the previous video, we learnt about the downstream processing of biotechnological products. There we learnt all the steps involved in the DSP. Link is in the description, kindly check it out. But we need to learn the DSP of intracellular products. In today's lecture, we will learn how to extract and what are all the techniques are there to extract intracellular products. In order to extract intracellular products produced during fermentation, the cell needs to disrupt to release intracellular products. Most of the intracellular products are mainly proteins. So that care should be taken to avoid disruption of the protein structure. Methods of cell disruption are mainly classified into three types, based on the mode of disruption. They are physical methods, where cells were disrupted physically; chemical methods, where chemical agents were used to disrupt cells; and enzymatic method, certain cell membrane degrading enzymes were used. Physical methods of cell disruption. The microorganisms or cells can be disrupted by certain physical methods to release the intracellular products. And those are described below briefly. A. Ultrasonication. Ultrasonic disintegration is widely employed in the laboratory. However, due to high cost, it is not suitable for large-scale use in industries. B. Osmotic shock. This method involves the suspension of cells, free from growth medium, in 20% buffered sucrose. The cells are then transferred to water at about 4 degrees Celsius. Osmotic shock is used for the release of hydrolytic enzymes. C. Heat shock, thermolysis. Breakage of cells by subjecting them to heat. D. Impingement. In this procedure, a stream of suspended cells at high velocity and pressure are forced to hit either a stationary surface or a second stream of suspended cells. Impinge literally means to strike or hit. The cells are disrupted by the forces created at the point of contact. Microfluidizer is a device developed based on the principle of impingement. E. Grinding with glass beads. The cells mixed with glass beads are subjected to a very high speed in a reaction vessel. And those were grounded. The grinding results in cell membrane disruption. Chemical methods of cell disruption. Here chemical agents are used to release intracellular products. Treatment with alkalis, organic solvents, and detergents can lyse the cells to release the contents. Use of alkalis. Alkali treatment has been used for the extraction of some bacterial proteins. Example: recombinant growth hormone can be efficiently released from E. coli by treatment with sodium hydroxide at pH 11. Organic solvents. Several water-miscible organic solvents can be used to disrupt the cells such as methanol, ethanol, isopropanol, butanol. The organic solvent toluene is frequently used. It is believed that toluene dissolves membrane phospholipids and creates membrane pores for release of intracellular contents. Detergents. Detergents that are ionic in nature, cationic-acetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide or anionic sodium lauryl sulfate, can denature membrane proteins and lyse the cells. Enzymatic methods of cell disruption. In this method, enzymes were used to lyse the cells. Lysozyme is the most frequently used enzyme and is commercially available. Lysozymes are produced from hen egg white. It hydrolyzes beta-1, 4-glycosidic bonds of the mucopeptide in bacterial cell walls. The gram-positive bacteria, with high content of cell wall mucopeptides, are more susceptible for the action of lysozyme. For gram-negative bacteria, lysozyme in association with EDTA can break the cells. For the lysis of yeast cell walls, glucanase and mannanase in combination with proteases are used.